You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belynda from Soap Dirt, and I've got our weekly prediction edition for you. I've got 5 sizzling hot predictions for front burner storylines. Things are getting so exciting because we're headed into February sweeps this week, and everything is lighting up on the NBC soap opera. I can't wait to share these with you, and I look forward to your comments. I love your comments on my predictions, whether you agree, you disagree, you think it's going to go another way, jot it all down. I read all your comments. I love them. It feels like we're just friends sitting around having coffee, talking about our favorite soap opera, right? All right, so here we go. But if you haven't, please reach down, click that subscribe button before we get started. All right, my first prediction, I believe that Xander is asked to kill Clyde Weston. So on Friday's episode, after Xander and Sarah had that almost head to the bedroom scene, he gets a phone call and there's this voice scrambler, you can tell. And they say, I have someone who must be eliminated. It's got to be Clyde. I mean, who else needs to die right now in Salem? So the phone call is going to resume next week, and I'm not sure if it's going to resume all the way on Wednesday, but the spoiler for Wednesday says Xander gets a strange phone call and then demands answers from Stefan. So I'm not sure why he thinks Stefan would be making that phone call. I would suspect Ava, because Ava Vitali has paid Xander before to do her dirty work. He kidnapped Susan Banks when he was on Ava's payroll. So I would, leap to the conclusion that it's Ava, but for whatever reason, he's confronting Stefan. It's not a bad idea to have Xander kill him, but he just was talking to Sarah about not doing risky things, especially not for money. So I don't know if there's any kind of price tag that they could put on this hit on Clyde that would get Xander to do it. Not that Xander likes Clyde. He doesn't like him at all. But remember, Xander's actually, I know he broke out of prison with Orpheus, but I think Clyde was part of that breakout too. I think he's been in the hooskow with Clyde and has broken out with him before. So he could break Clyde out just so that they could kill him, but I don't think he's going to help him, but we'll see how it goes. My second prediction, I think Konstantin Meleounis might have some beef with the Pawn, aka John Black. So in the promo for this week, and we saw the scene last week, Constantine has this card. It looks almost like it's not quite a playing card, but something like that. And it's clearly associated with the Pawn. I don't know if it's the kind of thing where you can use it to activate them, very Manchurian Candidate-like, if you've seen that movie. Patch warns John, official spoiler, he warns John that Constantine knows about the Pawn. And then later, Steve tells Kayla that Constantine is trouble. That comes on Tuesday. So there's a rumor that they're actually doing kind of a rewrite of the Pawn's past, a retcon to align it to what they want to do now. And supposedly the Pawn did something very bad in Greece. People got hurt. Maybe somehow he hurt Constantine's family. I don't know. And supposedly, according to this leak I saw, Patch knows about this, but he has never told John. So that might actually drive a wedge between them. Not that that wedge means that John's going to go be a bowling buddy with Constantine or something, but it is very strange. But at the same time, I'm also simultaneously completely not interested in it. Just by the way, I know I'm doing a prediction on it. I don't like Constantine, and I don't like them churning up this Pawn from out of nowhere, but maybe some of you guys are into it. Let me know in the comments. All right, my third prediction. Stefan and Ava are going to hit the sheets unless somebody stops them. I don't know if their conscience would stop them, but maybe somebody physically stops them. So the spoilers for Friday, the second day of sweeps, say that Stefan and Ava are both sexually frustrated. They have this phone conversation where Stefan tells her she's the least attractive woman that he's ever known. It almost seems like he might be tipsy. He heads over to her place. He's got a paper bag. I don't know if he brought takeout or I don't even know what. And the promo shows them kissing, and then there's the sexually frustrated spoiler. But I just wonder if Wendy and Tripp are going to come in and interrupt it. Maybe Harris will show up and knock on the door. I really hope that somebody shows up to stop them, because I don't think their conscience will stop them. I think they're both scared for people they love. They're scared of Clyde. They are frustrated, but they're also terrified, and they're kind of in this situation together. So yeah, they may go ahead and cross that line, which is just one more problem to be dealt with, and we'll see how it goes. I hope they don't. I think they might. My fourth prediction, I think that Stephanie is the other woman. I think Everett was married to Jada and sleeping with Stephanie, and she doesn't know she was the other woman, doesn't know he made her the other woman. Spoilers for Monday say Everett Lynch comes clean. He's halfway coming clean. He's going to tell her he loves her, and, she's tempted to stay with him, but she ends up going home instead. And then Friday, Stephanie confesses something shocking to him. So just based on what Jada was telling Stephanie about him cheating and then ghosting her, and then there was the reveal on Friday that both Stephanie and Jada lived in Seattle, plus the whole jewelry store thing. And then remember, he told her that he had bought her the ring and it was on him when he had the accident that put him in a coma. So I just feel like Everett is going to turn out to be revealed as leading a double life. I think he was married to Jada. I think Stephanie was the other woman. I think he was going to go ahead and propose to Stephanie. And I've seen some people saying that if he was married to, they didn't think he was married to Jada because Jada would have been notified when he had the accident. Maybe, unless he was using two identities. I feel like there's a chance that Everett, because remember, Jada calls him Bobby. I feel like there's a chance he was one of those guys leading two lives, two families, two lives, two different names, things like that. That's my suspicion. My fifth and final prediction, I think Paulina might be having some kind of complications and she might have to get ASAP surgery. We'll see. There is a scene in the latest promo where Paulina is back at the hospital and Sarah is checking out her throat. And a spoiler for Tuesday says that Paulina goes to the hospital in a panic and Sarah's the one who takes care of her. I do know she's going to be okay either way because she and Chanel are working on wedding plans on Wednesday. I just wonder if Paulina's situation has pushed to a crisis, pushing up the timeline where they have to do an ASAP surgery, possibly complicating the wedding plans. Again, I feel like long-term she's going to come out of this okay, but short-term it might be problematic. All right, that is all of my prediction edition for Days of Our Lives this week. Definitely drop your comments on where you think storylines are going, what you think about these predictions. I love reading your comments. Please click subscribe if you have not already so you don't miss a thing, and come back soon because I am here talking days, 7 days a week with you guys, and I hope you come back soon. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Belynda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.